This evening, fatal accident in Berbice. Details on a tragic incident highlighting the dangers of speeding. Next, crackdown on cannabis cultivation in Berbice. Stay tuned for updates on law enforcement efforts to combat the illegal drug trade. Then, West Rhymeville's Back Circle gets facelift. Learn about the Community Enhancement Initiative making strides for progress. Also, suspects sought in Bartical murder case. Get the latest on the investigation into the deaths of Zahir Mohammed Sharif and Donovan Washington. And later, U.S. imposes sanctions on former Suriname president. Find out more about the international response to human rights violations. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for April 15, 2024. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, police in Regional Division 6 are currently investigating a fatal accident in which speeding is a significant factor on the number 36 public road currently in Berbice involving motorcar PGG 3721, which occurred on Sunday, April 14, 2024 around 5:45 hours. Dead is 38-year-old Troy Trevor alias of Cromarty Farm, currently in Berbice. Reports are that the vehicle driven by Elias was carrying a lone passenger, 34-year-old Mark Anderson of Blackbush Boulder, currently in Berbice. Initial investigations suggest that the vehicle was traveling south along the eastern drive lane at high speed when the driver lost control, resulting in a collision with a utility post on the east side of the road. The vehicle spun several times before coming to a halt. Elias was found unconscious while the passenger was semi-conscious. They were transported to the Skellon Public Hospital. Unfortunately, Elias was pronounced dead upon arrival, while the passenger is currently receiving medical attention and is considered to be stable condition. The driver's body is awaiting a post-mortem examination at the hospital's mortuary. Speeding on the roadways poses a significant danger to all road users, including the driver, passengers, pedestrians, and others. This tragic incident serves as a stark reminder of the potentially devastating consequences of excessive speed. Law enforcement conducted 2 operations targeting cannabis cultivation in Berbice River, seizing significant amounts of drugs and destroying illicit farms. Dale Jarvis has more details.
Efforts to combat the illegal drug trade in the Berbice River saw 2 significant operations targeting cannabis cultivation sites. Law enforcement teams executed eradication exercises, resulting in substantial seizures and the destruction of illicit farming operations. On Friday, April 12th, police conducted an operation in Waruni Berbice River, uncovering 2 cannabis farms. The first spreading across 20 acres with a makeshift camp and drying area. Authorities seized approximately 1,200 pounds of dry cannabis, valued at over 480 million Guyana dollars. A neighboring 10-acre farm yielded around 150,000 cannabis plants with an estimated street value of over 50 million Guyana dollars. Both farms were promptly destroyed. The eradication efforts continued on Saturday, April 13th, with operations conducted in the Kawai area of the Upper Berbice River. Authorities dismantled 2 cannabis farms. The first farm, spanning 5 acres, housed approximately 1,000 seedlings and a nursery containing 35,000 seedlings. Additionally, a sizable camp contained over 34 kilograms of dried cannabis, valued at over 30 million Guyana dollars. Just a short distance away, another 2-acre farm hosted 2,000 cannabis plants. Both farms, along with associated nurseries and narcotics, were set ablaze during the operation. Despite the successful eradication efforts, no arrests were made during either operation. Reporting for Headline News Update, Dale Jarvis.
Thanks, Dale. In an update to a story we reported on last Friday about the lifeless body of a woman found in Berbice, 18-year-old Yagindra Pakoy and 25-year-old Kishan David had been charged with rape and murder of Ninawati Nandalal, a 52-year-old woman whose body was discovered in the backlands of number 54 village currently in Berbice last Friday. Appearing before Magistrate Tuan Harley at the Springlands Magistrates Court, the accused were remanded to prison until May 8th. The case has been transferred to the number 51 Village Magistrates Court for further proceeding. Nandalal's autopsy revealed that she died from asphyxiation, an incised wound to the neck, and a fracture of the cervical spine. She had ventured into the back dam on Thursday to pick mangoes but never returned home. Her son found her body the following day with signs of violence. Initially, 3 individuals were taken into custody in connection with the murder, but Pokai and David confessed to the brutal rape and murder of the woman. Consequently, they now face charges for the heinous crime. Stick around when we return. Man previously reported missing, now wanted for questioning in Bartico gold miner murder case, and West Rheinfeld's Back Circle community braces for transformation.
This Mother's Day, celebrate in style and give mom the chance to win big. Simply top up with $1,000 or more for a chance to be one of 5 lucky winners of a brand new, fully stocked French door fridge with groceries worth over $550,000 each. One winner will be selected weekly from April 5th to May 9th. Start topping up today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Good girl, forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rheinveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Habit smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Welcome back. 19-year-old Romain Henry, whose disappearance has sparked concerns after being reported missing by his mother on social media, is now sought for questioning regarding the murder of Bartico gold miner Zahir Mohammed Sharif and his worker Donovan Washington. Henry, whose last known address is Best Road, West Coast, Demerara, is now the subject of a police wanted bulletin alongside another individual, 21-year-old Kellon Fredericks, wanted for multiple robberies. This development follows the remanding to prison last week of Travis and Fernando Fredericks, brothers accused of being accessories after the fact in the same murder case. The incident occurred on March 3rd as Mohammed and Washington were returning from Arimo Bakdam Cayuni River. The victims were shot and approximately $37 million worth of raw gold was stolen. Investigators are intensifying efforts to apprehend the suspects and continue to piece together the events surrounding the tragic incident. This report serves as a stark reminder of the dangers posed by individuals seeking to exploit and victimize minors online. following investigations into child luring and child pornography. Offences reported on March 27th and April 6, 2024, 28-year-old Joshua Rambaran of New Amsterdam Berbice was charged and remanded to prison when he appeared at the New Amsterdam Magistrates Court earlier today. Rambaran appeared before Magistrate Michelle Matthias at the New Amsterdam Magistrates Court, charged with 6 counts of using a computer system to obtain and transmit child pornography committed on 2 children under the age of 14. Rambaran also answered charges of 2 counts of alleged child pornography and using a computer system to coerce, harass, intimidate, and humiliate a person. The prosecutor's objection to bail were upheld and he was remanded to prison. This matter has been adjourned to May 20, 2024. According to reports, following the investigation, it was found that the teenagers were groomed and convinced to send explicit pictures and videos to a Snapchat account. The pictures and videos were posted to a Telegram group. Parents, adults, and children alike must exercise awareness and caution regarding the presence of child pornography on the internet. On a lighter note, residents of West Rhineville's Back Circle neighborhood are gearing up for a significant makeover as a community enhancement initiative spearheaded by resident Rolex Adams prepares to commence. Adams' vision for a better community environment has gained momentum, drawing support from Commissioner of Police Acting Clifton Hickin and Minister of Public Works Bishop One Edgehill, who visited the community to assess needs and address concerns directly. The collaborative effort promises tangible improvements, including upgraded drainage systems, a new playground for children, and improved pavements to enhance residents' daily lives. Residents are grateful and optimistic, appreciating the proactive approach to community development. As the Ministry of Public Works engineers prepare to assess infrastructure needs, the project symbolizes a new chapter of progress and prosperity for the West Rhineville Back Circle community. Don't go away after the break. Iranians torn between war fears and pride after attack on Israel. And Hong Kong's civil liberties. Government pushes national security law in schools.
This Mother's Day, celebrate in style and give mom the chance to win big. Simply top up with $1,000 or more for a chance to be one of 5 lucky winners of a brand new, fully stocked French door fridge with groceries worth over $550,000 each. One winner will be selected weekly from April 5th to May 9th. Start topping up today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Welcome to Fortune Investment Company, your #1 eco-friendly cleaning and janitorial company in Guyana. At Fortune Investment Company, we specialize in commercial and residential cleaning. Whether it's your home or office, our experienced team is detail-focused and take pride in providing excellent services to make your spaces sparkle. Restaurants and kitchen cleaning? Aren't you tired of hearing your chef complain? Keep your culinary spaces spotless and hygienic with our dedicated maintenance services. Floor scrubbing and polishing? Elevate the look of your home or business. Give your floors a new lease on life with our professional scrubbing and polishing. But that's not all. We also offer power washing and steam cleaning. Say goodbye to dirt and moss. Our power washing services will leave your surfaces looking brand new. Revitalize your carpets, mattresses, and chairs with our thorough steam cleaning services. When you want someone to clean your space with care and without the unhealthy chemicals, you want Fortune Investment Company. Call us now at 646-0405 or 689-7558 or 639-6365 or visit us at 3430 Jacksonville Housing Scheme, North Rumville, to schedule your cleaning and janitorial services. Visit our business pages at Fortune Investment Company to learn more about our services and promotion. Fortune Investment Company, where cleanliness meets perfection, because a clean space is a happy space. And remember, we do the dirty works while you stay clean.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lenders, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. How smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. In a significant move, the United States has imposed sanctions on former Surinamese President Desi Bouterse and 6 former Surinamese military officials for their alleged involvement in gross violations of human rights. This decision follows their conviction for their roles in the infamous December murders of 1982, where 15 political opponents were executed. Bouterse, then army commander and de facto head of Suriname's government, led the soldiers in this crime. The U.S. State Department commended Suriname's commitment to the rule of law. Bouterse and his accomplices were sentenced to lengthy prison terms in 2019, with Bouterse receiving 20 years. While some have begun serving their sentences, Bouterse and 1 other remain at large, prompting international warrants for their arrest. Civil society organizations and victims' relatives have urged authorities to intensify efforts for their capture. Fishermen in Venezuela are warning of an unusual invasion of jellyfish. Millions have appeared off the coast recently, severely affecting much-needed fishing and tourism industry. Al Jazeera's Alexandria Byers reports.
Local fishermen are calling it a plague. Millions of cannonball jellyfish choking waters across Venezuela's coastline.
You used to see a little one every now and then. Now it's like there are flowers in the sea. Now it's too much, too much, too much.
The swarm seemed to appear out of nowhere. It's thousands of miles from where this species is normally found in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Gulf coasts. The invasive jellyfish is filling fishing nets and crowding out other species. And it's having a severe impact on the fishing and tourism that locals depend on.
When you dive in the water to look for fish, you brush against a lot of jellyfish with your head, your body. You get stung a lot. We can't look for fish right now. We're completely stuck.
Weekly hauls have dropped to less than a fifth of what they once were. Local organizers say it's the industry's biggest decline in recent years. Venezuela's Environment Ministry says warming waters caused by climate change, pollution, and overfishing may be to blame. Scientists in the capital are trying to pinpoint the exact cause of the invasion.
This is an atypical event that's occurring. It's a complete anomaly. In previous years, only a few have been observed. However, the increase in the population this year has completely exceeded previous estimates.
Jellyfish populations around the world have soared in recent years. They thrive in harsh conditions and need very little oxygen. And researchers are warning of a looming tipping point where jellyfish could overwhelm other species and dominate the world's oceans. Alexandra Byers, Al Jazeera.
Internationally, some took to the streets of Iran to celebrate the attack on Israel, while others joined long queues of gas stations worried about what comes next. Al Jazeera's Dorsa Jabari reports.
This is how Iranians learned that their government had launched the country's first ever direct attack on Israel. State TV broadcasting the moment a wave of missiles and drones were fired. But the country's foreign minister says that prior warning was given.
As you know, last night, the forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran struck the Zionist regime's military targets. Our actions were limited. We had informed the White House that our military actions were to be limited, precise with the intention for self-defense and to punish the Israeli regime.
This newspaper headline reads, "The time of revenge." Those who talked to the media were equally supportive of Iran's actions.
It was very good, and the fact that Iran showed Israel that we are strong, and my opinion is that to this extent Israel realizes now who they are dealing with.
When they attack our embassy, it means they attacked our soil. So according to what the Supreme Leader said, it happened and they got punished.
This poster went up early Sunday morning as the attack against Israel came to an end. It says in Hebrew, the next slap in the face will be stronger. As both countries remain on high alert, many here are hoping the worst is behind them. But with Israel vowing a military response, the situation remains tense nationwide.
With cars lining up for fuel when the news first broke, the currency at a record low, and the threat of more economic sanctions, the repercussions from Iran's retaliation could soon be felt. Dorsa Jabari, Al Jazeera, Tehran.
Finally, Monday marks National Security Education Day in Hong Kong. The government is stepping up efforts to educate everyone about the importance of sticking to the law. It's the first so-called awareness day since security legislation was tightened last month. Critics says it further erodes freedom which were guaranteed when Britain handed over the territory to China in 1997. Al Jazeera's Patrick Falk reports.
Across Hong Kong, Monday began with flag-raising ceremonies. National Security Education Day was launched in 2021, the year after Beijing imposed legislation criminalizing a wide range of dissenting acts.
We are teaching them to understand the importance of national security, how to make our society stable and prosperous. That's the point.
This year's the first since Hong Kong enacted its own domestic security legislation known as Article 23. It expands on the existing law and covers treason, sedition, and the unlawful handling of state secrets.
This has been described as the biggest national security awareness event since it began in Hong Kong 4 years ago. In the run-up, there have been parades and seminars and all sorts of activities and competitions organized across the city to promote it, particularly among young people and in schools.
The UK as well as the US have criticized the law for being vague and for creating uncertainty for people in Hong Kong. Rights groups say it's another government tool for cracking down on political opponents.
We do just as we're told, exactly what we're told we have to do.
One teacher who wanted to remain anonymous told us there was little desire at his school to teach students about national security.
I think every school is slightly different, and it depends how the school pushes it. But for us, it's just literally just going through the motions. Even like flag raising, flag goes up, everyone stands there, and it is what it is, and everyone knows that we have to do it, and that's it.
Many teachers quit after the national security law was passed in 2020. They've complained of growing political pressure in schools and fear of censure over discussing prohibited subjects in class.
The idea is not to bring politics into the classroom, which is difficult, but you kind of just avoid those topics.
Supporters of China's national security drive say there's been no change to people's freedoms, but that everyone needs to learn about the legislation.
We need to educate people what these laws are all about and to explain the gist of it so that to avoid them to falling into the legal trap.
But it may take more than awareness campaigns to build confidence in it. Critics say the government must define the law more clearly to remove any ambiguity, and that failing to do so could harm Hong Kong. Patrick Falk, Al Jazeera, Hong Kong.
This brings us to the end of the regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 3-day weather forecast. And that's it, TV2 Headline News for this Monday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can tune in tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. for a rebroadcast and at 7 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.